So you are thinking of relocating back to Ghana this 2025, whether it's for business, family reunification, or maybe you just want to have a sense of belonging to your roots. Whatever the situation is, Ghana is calling. And like I said in my previous video, a lot of foreigners and a lot of diasporans have actually come back to Ghana. Now, aside from all of that, you all know that even where you are living, not all cities actually give the same vibe. Not all cities actually give the same experience of, whatever it is that you're actually looking for. And because it's also applicable here in Ghana, today's video, I want to take us across five of the best cities that you could, relocate to live in when you do, eventually come to Ghana. So guys, are you ready? Let's dive in. The number one city that you should consider relocating into when you get to Ghana will be Accra. And just in case you did not know, Accra is the capital city of Ghana. Accra is the hustle and bustle of Ghana. And when I'm talking about the hustle and bustle of Ghana, I'm talking about the international business parks, so the Afro lounges. And of course, you should know that Accra is that city that never sleeps. Yes, Accra is that city that never sleeps. It's the city that has that beehive of, activity. That is what Accra actually is. Now, Accra is not just hype. Accra is not just talk. Accra offers a solid infrastructure, if I must say. That is where you get to see the top international schools. You get to see most of the embassies. It's the place that has the growing tech, environment. So another thing that you should put into consideration that is that if you're into networking, you're into startup business startups, you just simply want to access basically everything, then Accra is your spot. It's that city that has, a collaboration of basically everything from the entertainment to the healthcare to just everything that you are looking for. So you need to consider living in Accra. But then again, there is something that you should put into consideration. It's not just about saying that you are going to relocate into Accra. You should consider the fact that Accra is a high end place. It's an expensive city to stay. So you have to consider the cost of living when you are moving into Accra, and not just the cost of living when you move into Accra. You should also consider that there is high level traffic in Accra. So before we move to the next city that I would advise you should consider, looking into if you want to, relocate to Ghana, one tip of advice that I can give you concerning Accra is that you should look into neighborhoods like East Legon, Labone, cantonment, most especially if you're relocating with your family or you are working remotely. Coming in at number two is Kumasi, and Kumasi is also known as the Garden City of Ghana. This is where tradition actually meets opportunity. It is home to the Ashanti Kingdom. Also, it is the largest open air market in Ghana that you can ever see. Kumasi offers a slower pace of lifestyle without compromising on convenience. Now, if you are looking for that place whereby you want a rich cultural lifestyle, Kumasi it is. If you're looking for that place that has strong cultural ties, Kumasi it is. If you're looking for also that place that you can live in whereby the rent is actually cheaper than Accra, then Kumasi it is. Another thing that you should also bear in mind is that if you are an entrepreneurial kind of person, if you're a lover of art, culture, textile, then Kumasi is a town that you'd want to be. As a matter of fact, it does have a way of inspiring your everyday life. So Kumasi is it for the people who are entrepreneurial by heart and heart in business, people who love, to be kind of, off Accra, but still want a little bit of, activity. Number three city that you should consider, relocating to if you come to Ghana will be Ghana's twin cities in the western region, and I'm talking about Takoradi and Sekondi. Now, this is a place that is more or less of a coastal vibe, seafood market, and it does also have a growing oil industry that is going to excite you, just as you know, and I am excited. If you're looking for where to plant your roots when you come to Ghana, then Takoradi Sekondi is the place that you would want to be. It's a fast growing town that still holds on to, the Ghanaian, the typical Ghanaian culture, values, and everything that has to do with that. It's built on a solid middle ground between the sea and the city. And one other thing that you should bear in mind is that if you are someone who loves to surf, then this is the place for you because you are most definitely going to find your own tribe here. Number four on the top five list of cities that you should consider, staying when you get to Ghana is Cape Coast. Now, Cape Coast is that town that I would liken to a coastal gem. It's quiet, it's affordable, and it is home to the powerful history of Ghana. Anytime you hear one talk about Ghana, there is always mention of Cape Coast because this is where Ghana has a very rich, powerful history where we talk about places like the Cape Coast, castle and the door of no return. Now, if you are not familiar with that story, you can go check it up on Google where you get to read more about the slave trade and Cape Coast, what it stood for, and the Cape Coast Castle, I mean, what it stood for, and also the door of no return. But actually, it's also an academic hub, if I must say. Cape Coast is home to the University of Cape Coast that attracts a lot of researchers into the country and educators around the world. So if you are a diaspora, a foreigner that is coming into Ghana and you are in that, field or in that area of people who would love to connect with their heritage right here in Ghana. And maybe by connecting, you get to heal through history. Cape Coast is a place that you might want to consider, settling because it's actually going to, change you and change your perspective about Ghana in question. So, guys, we've made it to number five, and the last city that I think you should consider moving to when you get to Ghana is Tamale. Tamale is known as the rising star of the north. Yes, it's the rising star of the north here in Ghana, and that is because it is in the northern region of Ghana. And one thing you should know about Tamale is that the city is fast rising. Tamale is known for its innovative architecture, its rich tradition, and a peaceful pace of life. Now, Tamale cannot be compared to, Accra, Kumasi, and, the likes. The cost of living right here in Tamale is way, 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 way lower than Accra, which, of course, by now you should know. And if you are in the agri business, yes, because this region is more about agriculture and education or and community development. So if you are in any of these fields, then Tamale might just be the right place for you because it does have a way that you would find it will make you find your real impact. Now, Tamale is for pioneers. Yes, it's for pioneers. And if you are looking for where you can create something. If you can create something, like I said, it's for pioneers. So if you're looking for where you can create something, Tamale is the place for you because it is opening its arms to diasporans and it is opening its arms to, foreigners who are willing to come into the city in the area of agribusiness, education, community development, and, all that you can imagine in that field. So, guys, whether you are looking for an opportunity, culture, connection, or even the coastal calmness of, life, Ghana has something for you. So, which one of these cities that I have listed, I have talked about Accra, Kumasi, the twin cities, Sekondi, Tamale, Sekondi and Takoradi, and I've talked about Cape Coast and Tamale. Which of these five cities would you consider you know, settling in based on your own interest. Guys, let me know in the comment section. And if you are planning to move to Ghana or you need more videos about relocating to Ghana, subscribe to Obinje Talk. Don't forget to turn on your post notification. Give this video a comment. And one more thing that I'd love for you to do for me is please share this video. Until I come your way next time, stay calm, stay curious, connected. I'll see you another day. Bye.